Raila Odinga, Canon, who is a canon of our church, Anglican Church, and I would now ask her to come and address the gathering. Gathering.
Asayun timbe mag bini osina Katalwen genga kataricho butona magawe yoni yesu do Koro Imadi mona donjo edala Koro iri Imadi gengna Katalwen genga Kataricho butona Magawe yoni Yesu emsalaba Koro ere Imadi mona donjo edala Eregi madi gengna Katalwen genga Kataricho butona Magawe yoni Yesu emsalaba
God is good. God is good all the time. I know you say that is his nature. And even at a time like this, let's not forget our God is there and our God is still good. He'll never leave us. He'll never forsake us. I want to begin by thanking the people of Kenya, the people of Africa, and the citizens of the world who have joined to help me bury my husband, the father of my 4 children, Right Honorable Raila Odinga. I never imagined that this would fall on me to lead the family and the world in burying Raila. I hoped it would be the other way around. With pain, without lamentation, I accept the will of God. I want to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and the government for going out to accord my husband, our father, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, such a dignified send-off. Indeed, in this part of the world, we've never seen something like this. We've never seen a dignified send-off like what we see here in Bondo. Mr. President, thank you very much for according Raila this kind of send-off. Mr. President, my family is grateful to you for being a man of his word and a man who stands with friends after committing yourself to do so. Thank you. I want to thank the leaders of Kenya. I was looking around and said, whose name do I mention? But all of you are being very close to Raila. When I look back, I see people who are very close to Raila as friends and colleagues in the life of Kenya. I want to thank specifically former President Uhuru Kenyatta. He's a true friend. He stood by us. Yes, thank you. I want to thank once again of leaders from Kenya and across the world who have taken their time to mourn with us and to mourn with the family. And for this kind thought, you have spared your time to be here today. I know there are many, many leaders from other parts of Africa. His best friend, Papa Olusegun Obasanjo. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much. He comes from Nigeria, for those of you who can remember. And if you remember, after Jaramogi's death, he was here and opened the museum. I would also want to thank Her Excellency, Mrs. Morgan Shangarai from Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for being with us. I know there are many others, and I'm going to write special letter to all others when the time comes, because I'm not able to mention them by word. Your words, your letters, your social media posts has gone a long way in lessening our pain and lifting our spirits. Thank you very much for that. Raila has been my husband for the last 52 years. Many of you who are here are younger than 52 years. You could easily have been our children. Like all the couples and families, we also had our ups and downs. But we've learned one thing, and that is we must talk straight to one another. We must forgive and move on. Now, juggling the family life and public lives exert extreme pressure and demands on us from time to time. I know most of the time we used to say Raila is more of public life, political life, than he is for family life. But every time he came, he gave us what we deserved. I remember he attends to each one of us individually according to our needs. And that is not only his children and grandchildren, but also to his brothers and sisters. When Oburu was here, he didn't emphasize. But I think the next person, after loving me, the other person that he loves, leave alone his children, is Dr. Buru. Raila would not do anything without consulting with Dr. Buru. And if you wanted to know more, and you wanted to get to know what he's going to do, if you are clever, you talk to Dr. Buru first to talk to him, so that he softened the way for you to talk to him. Through all this, what remained unchanged was our commitment to each other. On our belief that he had seen through and vows, and we made each other at the start. It worked for us. It was through the tumultuous years of detention, years of exile, and decades of commitment to the people of Kenya and the people of Africa. The detention years and years in this exile tested our family in a way only the family can appreciate. It was not easy. But all the time, when he was away, either in detention or in exile, I knew he would always come back. This time, I'll have to join him wherever he has gone, because he'll never come back. But the spirit lives on. When I first met Raila, some 54 years ago, I didn't see his political side. I didn't see it coming either. He was not a politician in any form. I knew his father was, but him was different. And with my friends, then I was at the University of Nairobi, we were young, idealistic ladies who swore not to marry. We swore to marry calm, professional men, not those who give to the loudness of politics. I swore we had no time for the people who are doing political science, the lawyers, and so forth. We didn't know what was coming. In my group, and they know them, the group of the sisters were with at the University of Nairobi, people like Leo Duol, Gladys Okoth, Deborah Kiai, and so forth. You know you very well. Out of my group, I was the first one to marry. I married an engineer, a man of calm demeanor and reflective character. They all congratulated me because of that. Little did I know I was marrying a political engineer who would proceed to make engineering of Kenya his lifelong project. I didn't know. From the turn of events, I came to understand firsthand that they mean, I came to understand firsthand the meaning of still waters runs deep. He was a calm person, but as we lived, I realized he was a deep thinker of a different kind. From this turn of events, I come to understand firsthand that Raila was not just an ordinary engineer, but a political engineer. I evolved, adapted, and handled challenges that came my way, courtesy of being Raila Odinga's wife. And those challenges were many. I know if you are to ask the spouses of these politicians down here, they'll tell you the challenges are many and not easy to cope with. I learned that if you're a spouse or politician, inherit his friends, but don't inherit his enemies. Why do I say this? Because you'll be standing there, you'll be sitting there at home, thinking so and so is an enemy of my husband, because he belongs to a different political party, or he comes from a different area, I tell you, you will be wrong. Don't inherit in his enemies, because tomorrow you'll find that those people that you thought were his enemies are his best friends, and you'll be left out. Be careful when you are handling his friends. Inherit his friends, but his enemies, let him deal with them the way he made them. After going through it all, I had a chance to marry. If I had a chance to marry him, I would marry him again. I would be happy to do it. But this time, I would marry him knowing I'm marrying a politician, not just an engineer only. But Raila never really stopped being a production engineer. It has been said, but he also practiced it. He started the East African Spectre, the company that manufacturing gas cylinders, and that is thriving in that. Those who are working for East Africa Spectre, please try to keep up his legacy of making it a real big industry that Raila intended it to be. Raila was always disturbed by the fact that Kenya was not moving as fast as he expected. At the turn of independence, Kenya was at par with countries like South Korea, with countries like Thailand. I think we're even ahead of many other large countries. But these countries have moved very fast. They've moved very fast to be first world countries. Kenya, we are still dragging a little. This thing can be changed. I've traveled in many countries. In 1995, during the International Women's Decade that was in Beijing, we went to Beijing, the women of the world went to Beijing, and what I noticed that the tallest building in Beijing was a 4-story building, and it was a hotel. I also noticed, that's me, that many of the people who are working in Beijing, the Chinese, they were wearing what we call overalls, the things that industrialists wear in the factory. They were either yellow, red, blue, green, or any other. And everybody was moving in a rickshaw. Go to Beijing today, you can see a different world. It can be done. Even in Kenya, we can change it. With hard work, determination, focus, we can change our country. And as I'm talking here, I know we have leaders here. Please focus in changing the country. Let's not seek leadership to enrich ourselves. Let's not seek leadership to acquire wealth for ourselves, but acquire wealth for Kenya and acquire wealth for our generation to come. In the name of Raila, I appeal that we focus on national wealth instead of personal wealth. I appeal that we work on quality education, education that will lead us to be people that God made us to be. I appeal that we have our nation in order, correct our health institutions so that it gives us the kind of life that we need to live. There are many others. Dear Kenyans, today I surrender Raila to friends, family, and patriots who went ahead of him. I surrender Raila to eternity, and I surrender Raila to all the ages. I know he's comfortable where he is. I know he deserves to be in the company where he is. And I pray that when my time comes, I'll join him there in heaven realms. Fare thee well, my dear husband. Fare thee well, father of our children. Fare you well, the friends of many. If you were to start again, I would be there with you. Thank you, and may God bless you all for being here.
Your Excellencies, fellow mourners, we have given the family ample time to eulogize and pay tribute to our departed leader. I want to request that the speakers that will come from now to focus on the occasion of today and be very brief. And other than perhaps the president and the retired president and President Obasanjo, everyone else, no one should speak for more than 3 minutes. Otherwise, we'll be here until night. I want to urge us respectively to dignify the day by being brief and to the point. I want to request Honorable Millie Odhiambo to come and read out in acknowledgement all the names of the members of parliament present and say a few things before, after she finishes, so that I don't keep on coming here. We will have Senator Ledama Olekina. Both the two of them are the minority whips. Senator Olekina will come and introduce the senators.
Your Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, all the dignitaries here, Mama Ida, the small family of Baba, and the larger family of Baba, including the international family, I greet you in the name of our Lord God Jesus Christ. Your Excellency, my task is very little. As you know, sometimes I am called a bad girl. But for the sake of Baba today, when we are sending Baba, a man I respect and to whom I owe my political career to, I will be a good girl. Thank you very much. I told you I'll be a good girl and I do what I'm told. So before I go on to introduce the members of parliament, because that's how good I'm going to be, I'll request Honorable Dr. Raila Odinga to please join us back on stage. Karibu Mama and pole sana. We are with you.
Yeah. These things, some things start early. When I was speaking here, I'm being reminded that I did not introduce the grandchildren. Raila had grandchildren.
Millie Odhiambo, of course. Honorable Chonga, Honorable Raphael Wanjala, Honorable Dixon Maungu, Honorable Dr. James Nyikal, who is also the chairman of Dual, Honorable Oscar Nabulindo, Honorable Peter Masara, Honorable Jen Kagiri, Honorable Mark Mwenje, Honorable Manduku, Honorable Rehab Mukami, Honorable Doris Donya, Honorable Lillian Sioi, Honorable Sabina Chege, Honorable Irene Njoki, Honorable Geoffrey Odanga, Honorable Caleb Amisi, Honorable Naisula Lesuda, Honorable Osogo, Honorable Wilberforce, Honorable Carido Daniel, Honorable Amina Mohammed, Honorable Fatou Mohammed, Honorable Beatrice Adagala, and Honorable Hussein Waitan, Honorable Umi Harun, Honorable Mogaka Stephen, Honorable Zambia, Honorable Mawade, Honorable Stephen Mule, Honorable Caroline Geleche, Honorable George Kariuki, Honorable Jale Rokelo, Honorable Steve Mogaka, Honorable Cynthia Mule, Alpha Ondieki Miruka, Honorable Ikawa Fred, Honorable Clemens Lawyer, Honorable Karoli Omondi, Honorable, I think I mentioned Shakil Shab. as Ron. I can't. Honorable Umi Harun, Honorable Catherine Omanyo, Honorable Fatuma Jeho, Honorable Amina Mnyazi, Honorable Kombe, Honorable Machele. Anybody remaining? I think I am done with the National Assembly and Your Excellency the day. Oh, Honorable Boko Milema, you are hidden there. That's why I can't see you. Thank you. And Deputy President, I just want to say that I talked to Baba on Monday evening when he was with Adhiambo, and I want to confirm that what he said the same thing to me, that we need to be united as a party. And he told me in Kijaluo, God, Achia. And then Baba also told me, jokingly, because when I asked him, Baba, how are you? He told me, I am fine. In fact, in the morning, I walked all around. I am even surprised there are people who have killed me in Kenya and have already buried me. I want to tell you, as Jokanyanam, that for those who killed Baba and buried Baba before his time, because we are Christians, we forgive you. But we will never forget. But we also want to tell you, that for those who stood with Baba, we shall never forget. And I want to tell you, and I want to thank you, Your Excellency, President William Samoei Ruto, that you do not understand. I know some of us look strong. I was in State House the morning you broke the news, and amongst the Luo, in the political class that day, I was the only ODM person. Wacho ne pinyo chama. I didn't understand what pinyo chama meant until the president broke the news as we sat. Said, I have bad news. I think it was 7 in the morning. And he said, even before he said I knew, I don't know how I knew. And Mr. President, Your Excellency, the longest journey I have walked, if you don't know, was from your office to where I left my car. I almost collapsed twice. I am strong, but the death of Baba is the hardest thing. Those who believe in his ways have had to deal with. And when you sent us, you removed the women, and I thank you for your sensitivity. And you told us to go and stand with Mama Ida. I thank you for that sensitivity. We shall never forget. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless you. Let me take this opportunity to invite Ledama Olekina to welcome the Senate. And as he is coming, Jokanyanam. Donguyena mundagone baboriti. Donguyena mundagone baboriti. Donguyena mundagone baboriti. Agone baboriti. Agwambo. Baba. Wod Mary. Piny dung buru kionge baba.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, President Olusegun Obasanjo, the Speakers of the National Assembly and the Senate, all mourners here, the ODM fraternity, good afternoon. I stand here today before I introduce my colleagues in the Senate. I just want to say that I've been shaking ever since I had the news that Baba is no more. Baba taught me a lot. There's a lot that he shared with me. Occasionally when we had private lunches, when we traveled together. And I remember, because this is very personal to me, that on the day that we lost our election at Bomas of Kenya, and I was admitted at the hospital after having been hit, Baba called me and told me one thing. He said to me, my son, what is important is the unity of this country. Your health is more important. Our victory has just been delayed, but it is inevitable. It is coming. Today, I want to speak to all of us here that Baba spoke for us for generations. He spoke for us for decades. Baba is no longer there to speak for us. It is now us, it is upon us to be able to speak for ourselves, to make sure that we do what is right for Baba. Before Baba went, he showed us the way. He brought us to the broad-based government. And I want to tell you, that is where we are. And Mr. President, I want to assure you that, we always say that Baba is right. Baba was right when he was alive, and Baba is still right when he's lying and when he's in heaven. Baba will always tell us, go right, and would not question. And I want to assure you, Mr. President, for what you've done for us, we shall remain united to be able to go the way Baba wanted us to go, to remain in the broad-based government. There are challenges ahead, but we are determined. Let me take this opportunity to introduce my colleagues in the Senate. I'd like to request all my colleagues in the Senate to please stand up. I'll start by introducing, but I know they will have time to be able to speak. But we're led by two very eloquent and able leaders. The majority leader, Aaron Cheriot. We have the minority leader, Stuart Mazayo from Kilifi. And then my deputy, Edwin Sifuna. Who is also the Secretary General for the ODM party. The distinguished senator from Vihiga, who is also the chair of CPIC, Geoffrey Osoti. Then I have a man who's never gone to law school but is a lawyer, the senator from Busia, Okiya Mtata, my dear sister, Senator Hamida, who's always been right where Baba is, nominated senator. And then we have the women's president, Beth Siango, nominated senator from ODM. Then we have senior counsel, who is also a member of the Parliamentary Service Commission, and senator from Nyamira, his name is running away from my head, Okongo Omogeni. And then we have a young man who I love and respect, who has always been very, very close to Baba, Senator Eddie Okech. Thank you for what you did for Baba. We have Baba's daughter from the north, Senator Hezena Lemalatia. Then we have my brother, Senator from Homa Bay, a man I love so much, and a man who loved Baba so much. Senator Moses Kajwang, who is also the chair of PAC. Then we have Bunge FM. Her name is Senator Miraj from Mombasa. We also have a former governor of Uasin Gishu County, Senator Governor Mandago. We have, the next is Senator Catherine Muma, who is also a member of the Speaker's panel. We have a distinguished senator from Homa Bay, and her name is Beatrice Ogola. And then we have a man who speaks Swahili, and a very good man from Embu, and his name is Senator Mundigi. We have, next to Senator Mundigi, we have VIP. Baba was magnanimous. The only virtually impaired senator we have in Kenya, who is a lady of our own standard. Her name is Senator Crystal Asige. Next to Crystal Asige, we have a senator from Nairobi, and her name is Senator Montet. And then next to her is, this is Betty Montet. And then next to her is my dear sister from Nairobi, and I'm sure you know her very well. I'm forgetting her name again. I'm just joking, man. Come on. How can I forget Karen Nyamu? Next to Karen Nyamu, we have Senator from Taita Taveta, who is Senator Mwaruma. Next to Senator Mwaruma is we have Senator from Machakos County, Senator Agnes Mudhama. Then next to Agnes Mudhama, we have the Deputy Minority Leader of the Senate, Senator Wambua from Kitui County. Then on my left, I have Senator from Kisumu County, Tom Ojienda. And then on the far right there, we have Senator from Kisii County, Senator Onyonka. And then finally, we also have a senator from Bungoma County. I'm trying to remember his name. Senator Okoli. And then finally is a senator from Siaya County, the youth leader, Raila Odinga. Now, before I hand over the mic to the Deputy President, This is a message for all of us here in Kenya. I know a lot of people are expecting that the ODM will fight, that the ODM will have different facets. I want to assure Kenyans that as long as God gives us time on this earth, we will follow Baba's footsteps. Baba said, we stay together, and that is the last message that he left for us. And I do hope that we can all come together to be able to ensure that we'll fulfill the dreams and aspirations of our hero. Baba, I will miss you. The Maasai nation will miss you. You stood firm with us when we are fighting for our land rights. We will never forget that. When you go and you meet Olenti Mama, please say hello to him. When you meet all those Maasai leaders, Ole Sankale, Ole Tip, including even Saitoti, please say hello to them and tell them that the current generation will keep the fire that you left burning, continuing burning. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
I now want to invite the chair of ODM, Governor Gladys Wanga, to come and invite a few speakers from the party.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Baba's family, Mama Canon Dr. Ida Betty Odinga, Rosemary, Junior, Winnie, the larger Jaramogi family, fellow mourners, allow me to bring my condolences on my own behalf, on behalf of my family, my husband George, who is here, and on behalf of the great people of Homa Bay, for the loss of our father, the loss of our leader, the loss of Baba. We celebrate the life of a patriot, the life of Agwambo Wunyalego, the life of Tinga, the life of the Enigma, the life of Juan Fidel, Owaga Kinyi. And allow me, on behalf of the party, to thank you, Min Ping. Receive gratitude from a grateful party for taking care of Baba all these years, the 50 plus years. If you are a woman or person here, Baba would have come back sometimes and found you not there. You stood firm beside him. And for that, we say, thank you very much. Over the last 20 years, Baba built a national, vibrant, and dynamic party, the largest party south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo, the ODM party, which has its members from Vanga in Kwale to Todonyang in Turkana, from Wajir up north to Nyatike Wotorumo and Mageta Island here in Siaya. To the over 7 million members of the ODM party, who and some of whom are not here, but are mourning across the country, we say pole. But we say we remain focused and Baba's spirit lives on. The over 1.3 million ODM party officials, from polling stations to branches to counties, najua mko hapa, nataka kuwaona kwa mkono, our grassroots officials of the ODM party, mahali popote ambayo mko, nikisema ODM mnipe tuko tayari. ODM! ODM! Our message is simple, because Baba was our true north. And today, we may not find him to consult him, but we must ask ourselves, in any situation, what would Baba do? Faced with the decision of unity of the country or division, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of hate or love, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of exclusion or inclusion, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of hope or despair, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of whether tukuwe watu wa Man U ama Arsenal, Baba atachagua gani? Lazima tujiulize, what would Baba do? Your Excellency, our President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, allow me to thank you on behalf of the party for the honor and dignity that you have granted to our father, our patriot, as he lies here as an elaborate state burial, which you have overseen personally. We thank you, and we do not take it for granted any bit. You designated our Deputy President, Kithure Kindiki, to lead it. Thank you, Professor. Our brother, Dr. Ray, thank you for all the running around that you have done during this process. Your Excellency, we only ask you for one more honor. Ile stadium yetu ambayo 1,000 capacity, tunaitwa kwa kizungu magnificent. Tunaomba hiyo ikuwe na jina Raila Odinga Talanta Stadium, Nairobi. Alafu, since wewe pia ni mtu ya Arsenal, next year, ukiimaliza, Baba alikuwa Arsenali, wewe pia ni Arsenali. Ulete Arsenal hapo, wacheze na Harambee Stars, the Raila Odinga Memorial Cup next year. Na watu wa Man U wajipange siku hiyo, watafute shughuli nyingine. Your Excellency, finally, we said always that this our father, when he says left, we go left. When he says right, we go right. When he says fire, we fire. The last instruction he left us with, and with a very clear mind. And I remember him speaking at the burial of the late Dr. Phoebe Asio, and he said he made a clear decision to work with you for the stability and unity of the nation inside the broad-based government. That is the last standing instruction that Baba gave us. And as a people and as a party, that is where we will stand. Jothurwa, Jothurwa, Baba no when wawach ka, no when wawach, ni wane isirikal mar broadbased ni. Moka oya wuotwa, tindo rito pesa, tindo rito mach, tindo rito bunde. Kanye mababa no wewa, kanye magwambo no wewa, Jothurwa, kanye mwabete koso wakelo machanganyiko. 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 Joma bet kanyo fuana urubadwe yamo. Tik. Mano secado. Your Excellency, I have a small responsibility as the chairman of the party. Unajua Baba alisema, wewe DJ, hapana leta nini? Hapana leta nini? Sasa DJ asilete nini? Excellency, I have a small responsibility to invite certain members, just a few, of our ODM party to also get an opportunity tributes to Baba. We have with us our Kerr. The Kerr is not a party member, but he is a leader of the Luo. So I want to invite our Kerr. Oh, he's a bit far. So as the Kerr comes, because he will take a bit of time, I want to invite somebody to invoke the spirits. And since Ajiki, Winnie already invited Nyabungu to invoke the spirits, I want to invite Owaka. As he comes, please invoke the spirits of Ramogi so that they can come down.
Joey! Joey!
winyo mangongo, akwambo ina tuture, winyo mangongo, winyo majayo akugwen, Raila ina tuture, winyo mangongo, Raila ina tutuni, winyo mangongo, winyo majayo akugwen, Joey! Luo! Wachuk luo nigi mare! Siminya ima min yoro tegi nura ukara chuanyore! Olibe nam diriyo kanyam godo wudu mari no du koromena! Migori yusuna kamanura degi wude! Hallelujah! Luo no rit pinyingima! Joey! Thank you.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. Samoei Ruto, Mama Ida, gi nyithinde duto, gi familia majo Kajaramogi. Akelo nu mos mamara mondo ukaw kuyo mamara kako dungiranda musiep Raila. Jokanyana muntie. Joluo untie. Adwa wuoyo kodu matin ahinya. Adwa wuoyo kuomu kod ng'ama kuom ng'ama ng'eyo. Raila wunya lego musiepna. Akwa mondo uchiki to jokanyana. Joluo untie. Satana sindwe. Akwayo oganda luo. Nikech wan gi welo mwa kuonde duto mondo uyuak Raila gi kwe, mondo welo biwa gi kwe. Kapok adhi nyime, to akwayo jodongo mwa kamoro amora ma jaduong', ng'ama iluongo ni jaduong', miluongo ni Elda mondo amalo ting' bade. Jaduong' yoyote kama entie, jodongo mwa Mombasa, jodongo mwa Nakuru, jodongo mwa Kitale, jaduong' mwa kamoro amora, jokanyana mutie. Adwa wacho du story matin. Joluo adwa wacho du story matin. Raila wunya lego monindo kani. Raila ne wan ga jela. Raila ni manyani to anan kamiti. Chieng' moro higa 87 ng'ato bire jela. To donjo kuma ji ok donjie, kuma ok dware ji. To ting'o nambane ni ber to dok. Bang' juma chielo chako duogo kendo chako dok. Chieng' mar adek koduogo to okone niya, nawe luor ka dhako, gimokele ka gimalich ahinya. Ni bunde gi pesa ma Raila nomiye kende. Ne wan go kucha ariyo gi jabalo yi achiel. Na malo minago ni ng'ani ubi ni jogo senego Raila ibilo. Gibiro nega dibilo koni. Uwinjo wach no. Aneno mang'eny e sirikal marach manenego ji. Achiegni gi weyo tadwa wachonu noganda mondo riwre. Raila njoriwa wate. Akwa joluo, nyithi luo, miluongo ni Gen Z. Riwre uru, kik upogru, mondo kochopo higa 27 to wago kura maber. Yanda wacho ne president ni mondo ng'e joluo gi wenge ariyo. To kong'iyowa gi wenge ariyo, wabiro ng'iye gi wenge adek. Warito kode higni mabiro goeko mondo wane kaka wuod lang'o tiyo kodwa. To akwayo kama Raila owewa broad based government. Joluo bedu kanyo. Tinde wao mach. Awacho duka we unia. Nyocha anga ogudu marwakone. Joluo makonge mayando kelo na. To joluo gi openja. Ito bwana ker. Joluo ma ungo gi gin milion adi. Sakone di 1 million ang'wen. To konu time ngo gi mon. Uwinjo wachni. Ang'o mono mon nyuol. Akwayo uni kawuono kuwa ka duchakla ilate. Pero kamano mama.
Koro kigoko ka inyani ke chako Raila ok tich mayot. At this juncture, allow me to ask all MCAs, wherever you are, to please rise. MCAs wote, tafadhali muamuke, so that you're recognized. Our speakers of the county assemblies, we recognize you. Asanteni sana. God bless you for coming. Mketi tafadhali. And now let me invite the Honorable Dr. James Nikal, MP for Seme, Chair of the Health Committee, and Chairman of Duol, to come and speak on behalf of all MPs of this region.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Kenya, President Olusegun Obasanjo, the family of Right Honorable Raila Odinga, Dr. Buru, Mom and the children, all the distinguished guests. I am chair of the caucus of Luo MPs. And I want, first of all, thank the family of the departed Raila Odinga for supporting him while he gave his life totally to the people of Kenya. And particularly to us politicians. I also want to thank the President of Kenya, Dr. Samoei Ruto, for the befitting send-off and the care he took of our departed leader. I also want to thank him for the cooperation Raila Odinga, that in my view and everybody's view has stabilized this country. We, as a caucus, will work within the ideals of our party, ODM. That is the party of Raila, whose ideals are a united one Kenya, respect for democracy, respect for justice and human rights, and above all, service to the people. Raila believed the only purpose of power is to improve the welfare of people and give them the services they deserve. To that extent, he hated corruption. And those are the ideals of the party he has left us, and those are the ideals we shall live with. The last consultation we have with him as a caucus, he told us, as you work with the government, which is the broad-based government, make sure Kenyans get services that they deserve. Going forward, I will advise you. But now he's gone. We will live by the ideals of ODM as led by the acting party leader, his brother, Oburu Odinga. ODM Juthurwa Raila no wacho ni mane party wa mbaka mwago kod mugike duol. No wacho ni kako gande nyaku riwruok emimiyo en wan gi teko. Wacho ni kata teko ne wuok e riwruok wa nyaku bed gi moradi achiel. Mar ariyo, ODM e party wa makwa we ODM kamora mora mo wantie to walal. ODM Juthurwa party wa enango ODM. And that's where we are. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nyikal. At this juncture, I'd like to ask our National Executive Committee to please rise wherever you are. The National Executive Committee of the party, tafadhali tusimame for recognition. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much, the National Executive Committee. I want to specifically recognize our Executive Director, Odoro Ngwen, and our Finance Director, Joshua Kawino. All the other NEC members except Central Committee members, mbaki mkisimama, mkae. All others, please sit. Central Committee members, please remain standing. Central Committee members of the party. Together with our Vice Chairpersons, I just want to recognize you. Our Vice Chairperson, Dr. Otienda Molo, our Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, who's also in the Central Committee of the party, our Deputy Party Leader, Abdul Samad. The Deputy Party Leaders, I'll pass you and the SG because you'll come and speak, just sit. Our Whip, who is Honorable Millie Mabona, Honorable Rosa Buyu, who's the Director of Political Affairs, our President for the Women, Beth Siengo, our Vice Chair, Honorable Ariko from Turkana, our Youth President Ketora, our Vice Chair Senator Mwaruma from Taita Taveta, the party's Treasurer Timothy Bosire, and no, the NEC members just be our Vice Chair Christine Lemein. Amevaki Masai. Oh, no. Something is covering her. Christine Lemein, our Vice Chair from Narok. Asante Sana. Please just be seated. I would now like to invite our Secretary General of the party, Senator Sifuna, to come and make his remarks.
Asante sana. Asante sana kwa familia ya baba yetu, rafiki yetu, kiongozi wetu, rafiki yetu ambaye ametulea sisi vijana katika siasa, wakiongozwa na Mama Aida, ndugu yangu Raila Junior, na dada zangu wawili Winnie na Rosemary. Mheshimiwa Rais na viongozi wote ambao wamefika hapa, na wasalimu kwa jina la Yesu. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Hebu unipungie mkono kama unaniona, hata wa kanisa. Asante. Asante. Mimi ndio Sifuna, katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM, seneta wa Nairobi na naibu kiranja wa walio wachache pale kwenye Senate. Zaidi ya yote, mimi ni kijana wa baba. Waheshimiwa wote ambao wamefika hapa leo, I have been extremely privileged. It is the privilege of my life to have met Baba, to have studied under his feet, to have learned all that I have learned from him, and finally to serve him as his Secretary General for the last 8 years. I will eternally be grateful to you, Jacom, for the opportunity that you gave me. I have never had opportunity to ask why you picked me, Baba. Tumekuwa na wewe katika sherehe kama hizi nyingi sana, Na wakati moja tulikuwa tunaulizana, mimi nilikuwa najua nikifariki baba atakuwa kwa mazishi yangu. Nilikuwa najiuliza, baba, if you came to my burial, what would you say about Sifuna? Na nikajiuliza, what will I say on that dreadful day when we have to bury our baba, our mentor, our leader? Words fail me. Na since baba akuwe mgonjwa alipoenda nje kutafuta matibabu, asanteni, nimekuwa nikijiuliza, wherever baba is, what is it that I can say or do that will actually make him proud? What are the things that we should do as the leadership of the party right now to make baba smile from wherever he is? And in my view, this is not the time to push divisive narratives in ODM. This is not the time. You all know, nyinyi wote mnajua ya kwamba chama cha ODM ni chama cha kila mtu, si ndio? Chama cha Kenya nzima. Na lazima sisi kama viongozi wa chama tuonyeshe umoja ili hawa ndugu zetu ambao ni wanachama wafuate mfano wetu. Nataka niseme hapa mbele yako baba, ya kwamba chama hiki ambacho umetuachia, mimi Sifuna sitakuwa baadhi ya wale ambao watachangia kuangusha chama cha Raila Amolo Odinga. Baba, because ODM is one of your biggest legacies, Your Excellency Baba, I as Sifuna will do everything in my power to keep this party united and together. Even in the face of open provocation, Baba, you know what I am talking about. You know why I'm saying that. So, mimi nataka niseme ya kwamba vile Reverend Wesonga ametuambia hapa, baba alikuwa anasikiza wananchi. Baba alikuwa anasikiza wananchi. Na mimi nataka kuencourage wanachama wa ODM. Sisi viongozi sasa tunyamaze kidogo, tusikie nyinyi mnasema nini. Nyinyi mtuambie mnataka tufanye nini na chama cha baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Namaliza nikisema baba Raila Amolo Odinga alizungumza wazi mbele ya nchi nzima tarehe 22 mwezi uliopita mbele ya hawa wabunge katika hoteli ya Agile pale Nairobi. Baba aliongea kwa kinywa chake mwenyewe, na waomba viongozi msiingize maneno kwa mdomo ya mtu ambaye amelala. Alisema yeye mwenyewe, akasema kama chama lazima tujiandae kwa ajili ya uchaguzi wa mwaka 2027. Na wale ambao wanaeneza mambo mengine hapa, baba alisema, who has told you? Who has told you? Who has told you? Kwa hivyo sisi tutafuata the last standing instruction ya baba ambaye alitoa chini ya siku 23 ambazo zimepita kabla afariki. Kwa hayo mengi, ni jukumu langu pia kama katibu mkuu wa chama. Mheshimiwa Rais, ilinivunja moyo sana kwamba baba alitoka Nairobi bila kusikia sauti za watu wa Nairobi wakisema tuko tayari. Sasa ni jukumu la hawa ambao wamefika hapa leo. Nataka mseme chant ya chama cha ODM mpaka baba ajue anazikwa na wanachama wa ODM. Nikisema ODM, tunasema tuko tayari. Muko tayari? Muko tayari? ODM! 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 Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Thank you so much, our SG. Our party leader, when we were saying members of the Central Committee, you did not rise, but I want to recognize you. Our party leader, who's the chair of the Central Committee, Dr. Oburu Oginga, the chairman of the Central Committee. Wamama wa chama cha ODM ebu muamke, because baba alikuwa mtetezi wetu. Baba could fight for us even personally. Please just... Please wave tafadhali. Asante sana. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Now, allow me to invite to speak to us the governor of Migori County, Governor Ochilo Mbogo Ayako.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, Madam Raila Odinga, all the dignitaries present and all the protocols observed. Nyasaye ber, seche duto. I want to take this opportunity to bring the condolence of the great people of Migori, the condolence of my family, and the condolences of all the living things from Migori County. I want to say that we are so sorry. We have lost our leader, we have lost our mentor, we have lost our alter ego. But I also want to say one thing because I'm cognizant of the time. Not many people are aware of the fact that His Excellency the President Ruto, was a founder member of ODM. Allow me to remind all of us who are here today that in 2005, when there was a movement to bring the new constitution to this nation, that movement was headed by Baba, and in that movement, the current President of the Republic of Kenya, President Ruto, was in that movement. The former President of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, was in that movement. Professor Nyong'o was in that movement. Na hata mimi Ochilo Ayako, I was in that movement. I am saying so in remembrance of Baba because Baba knew how to put teams together. Baba brought everybody as a team and ensured that he was focused that Kenyans were to have a new constitution. And mimi nikiwa mtu wake wa mkono wakati huo, I was a minister and a young one, a one that was very fearful. So I went to Baba and asked him, you are a minister in this new administration. I am the youngest minister in this new administration. And you have said we should take a stand for the people of Kenya. I am saying so to confirm that Baba never betrayed the people of Kenya when the interest of the people of Kenya was ahead of everybody. Baba sacrificed everything he wanted. So I want to say, tukumbuke Baba, tumkumbuke kwa ile msimamo alichukua, na sisi zote tuendelee hivyo. Asanteni sana na Mungu atubariki.
Thank you so much. As we remember that we are in the solemn occasion of sending off our father, our leader, our statesman, an occasion being watched from across the world. I would now like to invite to speak to us the founding Secretary General of the ODM party and the Governor of Kisumu County, His Excellency, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o.
Jothur wa umor. Okang'eno umor nikech waiko wuodo malich ahinya, ok onyal bedo joma mor. ODM! 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 Atimo mos ni piny mangima. Kwa biro kaka wuono, niwago riti, jatendwa mageno, mosegero piny Kenya ga Afrika mangima. Kawanka in front of our father, Dr. Basanjo from Nigeria. Mwasetiyogo kinde mang'eny, ODM, Raila and myself, we have visited him at his farm, and he gave us strong support in the struggle for the second liberation. Secondly, I want to say today, I have known Baba for a long time. He's my Rika. When there was, in 2005, a very important decision to be made in this nation between the Kilifi draft constitution and the Bomas draft constitution. The Kilifi draft basically denied Kenyans the opportunity to have devolution and wanted Kenya to continue as highly centralized nation. The type that Mzee Jomo Kenyatta handed over to Moi, Moi continued with it. By the time that referendum was held, the nation was ready for change. And Baba led the orange color. There were two colors, or two symbols for that referendum: bananas and oranges. Bananas were defenders of the old constitution and the centralized government. Orange was for change and for devolution. That is the origin of the Orange Democratic Movement. Orange Democratic Movement cannot continue as a party without strong support of devolution and giving services to the grassroots of our nation. And therefore today we sit here mourning and said goodbye to the father of ODM, to the father of making sure that every government that comes after that referendum will continue to focus on service to the people, will continue to hold the common man as the common man and woman at the center of government and government policies. On Monday, the 3rd of October, Dennis Onyango called me on Sunday and told me that you need to go and see Baba on tomorrow, the 3rd of October. I left Kisumu in the evening of Sunday to make sure that I was at Jacom's house very early in the morning. We spent a whole morning together. And he said, Owadgi Mary, he used to call me Owadgi Mary, the brother of Mary. And I would call him Iwonya Lego. Owadgi Mary, adwani timi gimoroka. Kaukinde ni, monindiki e pepa moro. Manyalo deal with this issue of tribalism. The word tribe came from the colonialist. As far as Kenyans are concerned, we knew people as Jo, Jo Luo, Jo Kikuyu, Jakamba, the people of. And therefore the word tribe is a retrogressive word and concept. Do a paper on the issue of nationalities and the state, the modern state, so that the central committee of the party can discuss it and put it before the party as the understanding of the people of the party on tribalism and the death of tribalism and the birth of nationalities are the only progressive concept in democratic times. ODM! ODM! Asanteni sana.
Asante sana, Professor. We now are getting towards the end of this session, and I've gotten to our deputy party leaders. Before I invite the first, let me recognize Honorable Walter Owino, MP Awendo, who is also here with us. Let me now invite Senator Godfrey Osotsi, Senator of Vihiga, and deputy party leader of the ODM party.
Familia ya baba kiongozwa na mama Aida, His Excellency the President, the Deputy President, and all protocol observed. Mimi yangu ni fupi. Kwanza tupokee salamu ya baba. Salamu ya baba kwa hewa. Ya kwanza, tarehe 2 mwezi huu itabaki kama siku muhimu sana. Kwa sababu baba Raila Odinga alikaa pale hoteli ya Serena the whole of afternoon mpaka late in the evening, na alikuwa na summon watu, anawaita na waongelesha. Mimi am lucky I was one of the people. Nikiwa kule Senate, baba akaniita, nikakaa na yeye pale Serena. Na hiyo siku baba was in high spirit na alifungua roho mambo yake. Baada ya hiyo nikishaenda nyumbani 1 hour later nikaambiwa kwamba unaitwa urudi pale Serena. Nikapata pale Serena Mheshimiwa Gladys Wanga, Mheshimiwa Junet Mohamed, Mheshimiwa Rosa Buyu na Mheshimiwa Odoro Ngwen kwa mkutano na baba. Na hiyo baba akauliza swali kwamba hii mkutano ambao tulikuwa tunapanga kubwa ODM at 20, akasema kwamba yeye anasafiri anaenda kule India. Akatuuliza hii mkutano mnatakaje, iendelee ama isiendelee? Na akatupa nafasi kila mmoja wetu tuseme kama mkutano itaendelea ama haitaendelea. Sisi wote tukasema kwamba baba, wewe ndio mwenyewe. We are not celebrating ODM at 20, but we are celebrating you for the legacy of this country and for the fights you fought for the people of Kenya. Sisi wote tukasema tutaahirisha hiyo mkutano mpaka ile siku baba atarudi. Lakini mimi majonzi yangu ni kwamba kumbe baba alikuwa anajua anaenda. Kwa sababu alisema hiyo ODM at 20 ataita watu wote wale wamepitia kwa chama cha ODM, akiwemo rais wa Kenya Mheshimiwa Ruto na Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta, wote, Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi, na leo mnawaona hapa wote. Sikujua kwamba hiyo ODM at 20 itakuwa ni mazishi ya mzee baba Raila Odinga. Ya mwisho, mimi nikikaa pale na baba tumeongea mambo mengi, but I just want to send 2 most important things. Kwamba baba, Rais William Ruto, sisi kama chama tunashukuru sana umepatia rafiki yako a befitting send off. We are happy as a party. But baba was happy if all Kenyans enjoy life and benefit. Baba, on March this year, baba Raila Odinga aliweka kidole kwa mkataba 10 points agenda ambayo ni masuala ya Wakenya. Mheshimiwa Rais, umesaidia ndugu yako vikubwa, lakini baba atakuwa na furaha sana kule mbinguni kama hiyo 10 point agenda itakamilika vile alikuwa anataka. Na baba mwenyewe alikuwa amesema tarehe March next year 2026 yale masuala 10 yawe yametekeleza. Kwa hivyo Rais, I know you have the ability, I know you have the capability, I know you have the power. Please make Baba happy in heaven. Ya mwisho, chama cha ODM, I want to join the other lead people are saying outside there that now that Baba has gone, the party is gone. I want to tell you today that Baba has left a strong team of able, brave individuals who are ready to run this party. We will sit down. We will take our time to mourn Baba. After mourning Baba, we will constructively engage internally. And then we will pick our pieces and ODM will stand strong as a political party in Kenya that will continue to drive the vision of Baba. Asanteni.